Good evening. The Dolores County Broadcasting Network presents the DCTV 4-H Evening News program for Monday, March 27th, 2016. Camera person, Devlin. Video engineer and producer, Russell. Sound engineer, Russell. Teleprompter and prompter, Edward. With news anchor and meteorologist, Ciara. And this is your news director, Edward. And now, the news.
Good evening, and welcome to the DCTV 4-H News and Weather program. Help keep our kids' news show on the air by becoming a sponsor. To buy a sponsorship, just call 970-677-4119. Special notice, it is springtime for the health fair. The 9 Health Fair will be at the Dove Creek High School April 2nd. Transportation for seniors will be available through the Senior Center. Call 970-562-4626 for a ride or for more information. Veterans may call Rick Brown at 970-677-3200 for transportation. If you need more information, call Todd Parsi at 970-739-5654. Hello, I'm Ciara, and the following stories from the Denver Post. Colorado gang members arrested in National Sting Project Shadow Fire. The 10 Colorado residents were rounded up recently in the nationwide dragnet called Project Shadowfire, in which gang members were arrested for drugs and sex trafficking, human smuggling, murder, and racketeering. Of the 10, 4 were members of gangs and 6 were associated with gangs, said Carissa Markham, spokeswoman for U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement's Homeland Security investigations. We're mostly focused on criminal gang members, Markham said. The locals were among the 1,133 who were arrested around the country. This operation is the latest example of ICE's ongoing efforts, begun more than a decade ago under Operation Community Shield, to target violent gang members and their associates, to eradicate the violence they inflict upon our communities, and to stop the cash flow to transnational organized crime groups operating overseas. Most of the individuals arrested during Project Shadowfire were U.S. citizens, but 239 foreign nationals from 13 countries in Central America, Asia, Europe, and the Caribbean were also arrested. HSI special agents seized 150 firearms, more than 20 kilograms of narcotics, and more than 70,000 in U.S. currency. And now I'm giving you the following story from the Denver Post. Colorado gas prices hit $2 per gallon, but see one of the lowest increases in the nation. As gas prices hit their typical spring surge nationwide, surpassing $2 per gallon. The average price for a regular gallon of unleaded fuel in Colorado ticked up 1.5 cents to $1.95 per gallon. According to GasBuddy.com, data released Monday, Colorado's increase was among the lowest in the nation. States including New Jersey and South Carolina saw their averages climb by more than 10 cents per gallon. Arizona's price jumped up by 14 cents in the past week to $2.04 per gallon, according to GasBuddy data. The national average gained 5.6 cents to land at $2.04 per gallon. Colorado had the 10th least expensive gas line in the nation 5 weeks ago. But since that time, the state's motorists have seen prices jump by more than 40 cents per gallon. Seasonal refinery maintenance combined with the transition to the more expensive summer fuel blend and a slight rebound in crude helped to push up prices in Colorado and nationwide, GasBuddy analysts say. And now I'll be giving you the following story from the Dove Creek Press. Ambulance at crisis point. Commission discusses options. There is another crisis in ambulance service. Apparently both of the Dove Creek's EMTs have been injured, so ambulances from either Cortez or Monticello have been called. Sheriff Jerry Martin said that last week a call from one of the points came in the middle of the night and Monticello's ambulance would only respond to Dove Creek. Martin had to find the patient a ride to town to get picked up by Monticello's ambulance. Everyone agreed that Dove Creek needs an ambulance. Waiting an hour to be picked up is not always an option. As of Monday, Todd Parisi was Dove Creek's only EMT ready to respond to an ambulance call. And Martin said he lives 15 miles from town. Alan Anderson ran the ambulance services for years. He stopped because of health problems almost 10 years ago. He pointed out that the ambulance card selling for $100 only applied to the Dove Creek ambulance. If someone rides another ambulance, they will get a bill. That promoted Sheriff Martin to recommend to everyone, if you can find a private ride, take it. And this story is from the Dove Creek Press. Dove Creek Press beats Pagosa 17-1. It was a batting practice in Dove Creek's second game at the Blendon tournament. Dove Creek had faced Pagosa Springs and absolutely pounded Pagosa's pitching. Dove Creek pounded them 17-1. Pagosa scored its run in the first inning. Dove Creek answered with 2 in the bottom of the first and then added 2 more in the second inning. The third inning was when the wheels fell off Pagosa's wagon. Dove Creek scored 13 runs. Dove Creek only had 13 hits, and Derek Kibble had 4 of those. Jordan Ernest had 3, and Brian Delano Martinez had 2 hits. Jordan Ernst pitched all 4 innings. He fanned 7 batters and walked 3. It took 77 pitches to win the game. And now I'll be giving you dumb laws in New Mexico. Nudity is allowed, provided that the male genitals are covered. Idiots may not vote. State officials ordered 400 words of sexually explicit material to be cut from Romeo and Juliet. In Carrizozo, it is forbidden for a female to appear unshaven in public. In Deming, persons may not spit on the steps of an opera house. Hunting is prohibited in Mountain View Cemetery. In Las Cruces, you may not carry a lunchbox down Main Street. And now I'll be giving you the current weather report. The current temperature is 56 degrees. The high for today was 59 degrees. The low was 33 degrees. Winds are from 10 to 20 miles per hour from the south. The barometer is at 67 inches and is falling. The humidity is at 24%. Today there has been 0 of an inch of moisture measured by the DCTV weather station. Moisture for the month is 16 of an inch. And now I'm giving you Big Map. It's finally clearing for the folks up in the Pacific Northwest as the storms move on into the western deserts and central Rocky Mountains. So there is this broad area of rain and snow from the Canada border to the Four Corners area. In the Central Plains, the only thing to report is a small patch of rain straddling the Nebraska and Kansas border. A big high over Ohio is keeping most of the rest of the nation clear. Exceptions are some rain, snow in upper New England and southern tip of Florida. And now I'll be giving you the 5-day forecast. Tuesday, chance of rain and snow, high 50, low 23. Wednesday, chance of rain and snow, high 43, low 21. Thursday, mostly sunny, high 52, low 23. Friday, mostly sunny, high 57, low 25. Saturday, mostly sunny, high 60, low 28. And now for our climate change report. Carbon dioxide, CO2, is one of the principal causes of climate change, and it's important that we report the CO2 weekly change. CO2 traps heat in the atmosphere, which causes climate instability, resulting in significant swings worldwide of moisture and hot and cold temperatures. The following are the CO2 numbers for this week. CO2 for the week of March 20th, 2016, in parts per million, is 405.62. CO2 2 weeks ago was 404.74. CO2 last year was 401.43. CO2 10 years ago was 382.76. CO2 50 years ago was 322.39. Thank you, Dr. Peter Tans of the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration, and Michael McGee of the CO2.Earth website for this information. Remember that you can help keep our Kids News Show on the air by buying a sponsorship. To buy a sponsorship, just call 970-677-4119. Thank you, and back to our news director.
This is the news director, Edwin, saying good night. Thank you for watching.